Good morning everybody, and welcome to my November update video where I go over all the stuff I did and didn't do in November and go over all of my grand plans for December. First up, apologies if it's windy. I've got my little foam cozy thing around the camera, so hopefully that blocks out some of the wind. Like that wind. It's pretty gusty out here at the moment, but I don't have a choice because I've left this video to the very last minute. I've been busy with a whole bunch of other things and I just let everything get on top of me, and I have no choice but to film right now in the wind, so I hope it's all okay. So let's just get into things because I have a bunch of video editing still to do before this video comes out later today. So first up, I've got my green pen and my red pen, and we're going to go through what I did and didn't do in November. First up, insulate door. Meh. I made an amazing start on this project, but I'm nowhere near finished, and part of the reason is because I spent a lot of time doing mushroom stuff this month actually, but also because I still don't really know how I'm going to do the window. I'm thinking of some ideas, but yeah, it's still something I need to puzzle through. I have put a bunch of insulation onto the door. I've drilled all the holes that I need to support the wooden frame. I've bought the tongue and groove. So I've made a lot of progress on that, but it's been pretty slow. So that's gonna go over to December and I'll do it then. Greenhouse. I'm gonna give this one also an X. As you'll see in tomorrow's video, I get a good start on the greenhouse, but I don't completely finish it. So I'll leave that for you to discover in tomorrow's video. And we'll put that also over into December's task list. Overwinter the chilies. This is another one. I'm off to a really bad start. So these two, they're partially done, so I kind of want to give them like half marks, but if I'm being truly honest with myself, I also didn't finish this one. I've done everything I need to do, including picking a whole bunch of chilies that were surprises, but I still need to actually wrap the chilies up in the white sort of gauze stuff to protect them from the winter. I'm planning on doing that later today, but as it's December 1st, I didn't accomplish this goal. So also over to December. Clean the flue. I did this one. Yay! I didn't reassemble a new flue, but I've bought all the pieces that I need to do this new wood stove flue, and I've cleaned the old flue and reassembled it. I have a bunch of reasons for doing that, which I'm going to go over in a two-parter, maybe even a three-parter about my wood stove. I'm still working on that, so you'll get all the info on that soon. But know that the flue is clean, the wood stove is working great, everything's been reassembled, and that one, bring out the green pen, has been done. Prune olive suckers. Not only have I pruned all the olive trees, I've also done something very ridiculous with all of the prunings. So this job is done, and you can tune in on Saturday. I've got 2 videos coming up this weekend. You can tune in on Saturday to see what I do with those the suckers, which has been very useful, but it was a very ridiculous job. Portuguese. I feel shame about this one. I haven't done anything with Portuguese. I need to just get into mentality of making it urgent, making it a priority. Maybe I'll try to do this in the first few days of December so I just don't leave it to the last minute and don't get busy with other things. I have to prioritize it. I have to start doing Portuguese. And I failed. I failed in November. And the patio. I don't remember what I said about the patio. I think my intention was to work on it a little bit, which I did. So I'm going to give that a check mark. This is going to be a very long, ongoing job, and if I can work on this little by little, then I'll give myself a little green check mark and call it a win. So yeah, that was November. I swear I was off to an amazing start in November. However, I think I just did a lot of mushroom hunting. I went for a lot of walks. I don't know, I kind of took it a little easy in November, so even though I got off to an amazing start, everything kind of went to crap as the month progressed, but that's okay. What's the rush? You know, I have a working wood stove, I have a dry building, and all these things, if I get them done today, if I get them done next month, it really doesn't matter all that much. I mean, there are certain jobs that definitely matter, like obviously the wood stove needed to be done. I need to sort my firewood out in December, which I'll talk about, but you know, if stuff doesn't happen as I'm expecting, it's okay. Life goes on, it'll get done eventually. So I just have to have that mentality and not beat myself up too much about a list that looks a lot more red than it does green. So that was November. Fairly unsuccessful, but I had a great month. I did lots of other interesting things and no regrets. So before I get into December, I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching. I really love being able to do this sort of video thing and sharing stuff and communicating with people in the comments. It's really a lot of fun, and so yeah, just thanks again for watching my videos. And in addition, thanks to everybody who contributed to my channel via Super Thanks and PayPal last month. Because of your contributions, instead of buying the same type of flue that I have, which is kind of a one-layer uninsulated flue, I bought this big daddy, which is a double-walled insulated flue. And basically, the money that I got from Super Thanks and PayPal gave me a little bit of financial bravery to splash out and get the thing that I really did need, but I wasn't sure I could afford. So it's stuff like this that I spend those contributions on. And yeah, I really appreciate it, and it's gonna hopefully really help with my issues that I've had with my wood stove last year, which I'll explain in a future video very soon in quite a lot of detail. So yeah, thanks very much, everybody. I've put all of the names of the people that contributed down in the comments. And also, anybody who does make a Super Thanks contribution or PayPal, who has a website or another YouTube channel or something like that, I'm very happy to give you a little plug down in the show notes as well. So just shoot me an email over and let me know what you want me to link to, and I'm happy to do that. So let me go put this monster of a pipe down and get into December. Okay, let me just have a little sip of coffee. It's early. The coffee's cold. It's quite chilly out here. Okay, on to December. I've already made the list just to save time. I'm in a bit of a rush this morning. So, replace flue pipes. As I mentioned a minute ago, I've already cleaned out the flue pipes and reassembled them with the old ones. You just saw the new one, and basically I need to assemble that guy, get it into place. It's windy. Get it into place so I have a nice cozy insulated flue. The reason I haven't is because I want to burn some of the sketchy wood that I have using the old flue before I replace it with the brand new one. Another reason I haven't done it already is because I needed to buy this larger bracket to fasten the whole thing to the wall. So when I disassembled the entire stove, I intended on reassembling it with the new flue, but I didn't have the proper bracket to support it. So that's an important job. Firewood is the most important job. I have a stack of firewood behind me. I'm almost out. I have some beautiful oak from last year that's nicely seasoned. And I put in an order for 2 meters cubed of ash, which apparently is one of the finest woods one can burn. However, the delivery fell through, and what I'm able to get is eucalyptus and oak. So I'm gonna get that delivery on Friday. I need to stack it, I need to saw it up, and I just need to organize my firewood so to prepare for the winter. Eucalyptus and oak are hardwoods. They burn long and they're great, but I don't have anything for kindling or to get the fire going really hot before I actually start using those hardwoods. So I'm pretty sure I have an order of softwood that I can use kind of as kindling on the way. Unfortunately, that's coming with number 4, which I'll talk about in a minute, but basically I just need to sort out my firewood, get everything organized, get everything chopped to size. My wood stove will fit the logs that will come, but they're just a little bit too unruly, so I need to kind of chop off the ends of them. Living off-grid, having a wood stove, and not having a good supply of firewood is really annoying, especially when it gets really cold, especially when it's wet outside. So I need to organize that and make my life a lot easier later on. So it's also going to involve stacking 2 meters cubed of firewood that I'm getting delivered next week. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, but when it's done, and if it's done properly, I'll be very happy for it later on. Build a sawhorse. My parents very kindly gifted me this chainsaw. I had a lesson with a friend a couple days ago. I'll do a video on that. It's amazing. I've used chainsaws in the past, and they've been petrol, very heavy, very bulky. This one is light, and I feel like I'm in control. So I love it. I had a little lesson with a friend, like I said, and yeah, I'm excited to keep practicing. I can see how it's going to be really, really useful, but if I'm going to chop firewood safely, I need to have a proper sawhorse. So build a sawhorse. That's another task. Nag the wood guy. So there's a local guy who does all the timber, and I've put my order in for the tool shed timber a million years ago, possibly, somewhere around there. And I've put a deposit down, but I haven't really bugged him. I've kind of just sat back, and part of the reason is I don't have anywhere to put it until after I get my firewood delivery. So After this week, when I get my fire delivery, I'm going to go into full nag mode, and I'm going to bug him about that timber delivery. Mostly because within that delivery is, like I said before, some more firewood that I can use for kindling. Ooh, it's getting cold out here. Okay, I'm going to speed things along. Pull weeds. I was down in the garden yesterday doing some stuff, and it's getting weedy again, and so I want to go down and tidy it up, put cardboard over the beds, and just leave it there, prepare it for winter, and hopefully that will mean that grass won't grow in the beds. I'm not doing winter gardening. It's just too much when I have a lot of building to do, so I don't want it to get overgrown down there while I neglect it for the entire winter. So I'm gonna go down and make some preparations and pull some weeds. Continue bathroom and or patio. So I haven't talked about my bathroom area in my house yet. I have a shower corner. Ooh, luckily my fire is on. This is ridiculous. I think it's just a cold wind. I don't know. Anyway, I'm really wimpy when it comes to cold. So I've got a shower corner and sort of a place that maybe I'll put a bathroom sink soon. I have tiles to do the floor. I have a lot of stuff still to do in that corner, and I have the stuff to do it. So I'd love to put another render on my shower, possibly in preparation for Tadilact, which is a very awesome technique that I'll talk about in the future. I'd like to tile my floor, and I'd like to plumb up a bathroom sink. The plumbing's already done. I just need to get a platform across and put a sink on it. Even if it's temporary, that would be fine. But that's an inside job for when it's raining and cold and miserable. If it's beautiful outside on certain days, I'll go outside and work on this patio. Yeah, like I said, if I can chip away at that job little by little, basically clawing out a whole bunch of dirt, moving gravel over, making it level, building a little retaining wall, and stuff like that. I haven't got a full plan, but I have a rough idea. So that's those. And the last thing, I've had a lesson in use of the chainsaw, but I don't yet know how to sharpen it and make sure it stays sharp and stays safe. So I need to pick up a sharpening thing for the chainsaw and figure out how to use that. Okay, that's my list for December. I also have a bunch of things that are carrying over from November. A lot of this stuff is outside, which I'm sure you can see I'm cold now, and it's only like December 1st. It's gonna get worse. So anything that's outside, I'm probably gonna try to power through early on in the month and then move to the inside tasks because it's freezing out here already. Although I am standing in the shade, which probably is unwise. Anyway, that's my list for what I did and didn't do in November and what I plan to do in December. Yeah, so like I said before, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your views, and I enjoy interacting with people in the comments. Yeah, if you want to contribute to the channel, the super thanks and the PayPal stuff is very appreciated, and I use it towards maybe buying things that I couldn't otherwise afford for my place. And so while I'm asking for things, a few people have mentioned putting an Amazon wish list on my channel, I guess. So I might have one of those this month or next month, and anyone who enjoys my content and wants to buy me a pack of screws or some sanding discs, the Amazon wish list will be there as well. So always appreciated. As always, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've liked this little update. I've got 2 videos coming this weekend, which is why I've been so busy. One tomorrow as usual, and then the second part on Saturday. They're both mishmash videos of a whole bunch of different random jobs, a lot of which is here, some of which is there. Yeah, and I hope you like them. So I'll say goodbye. I'll get out of the cold. I'll go enjoy my warm, cozy fire, and I'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. as usual for my regular video, and then again on Saturday at 5 p.m. as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hi there. What do you think of my December list? Do you think I can do it? What was that? Was it a leaf? Are you afraid of a leaf? It was the lemongrass. It was the evil rustling of the lemongrass.